Kyle Dake laid waste to the entire field at Pan-Ams, teching 4 opponents in less than 6 minutes total en route to another Pan-Am gold. This is a pretty silly feat for a bracket that does look good on paper, but it is Kyle Dake we're talking about, one of the best US wrestlers of all time, so I can't say I'm surprised. Not only is he super fun to watch, he has been a force, and it shows in each one of these 4 matches. Match number 1 against Mauricio Sanchez, Kyle uses his left hand to snap the head into his right hand. Usually wrestlers will snap with the same side hand that they grab the chin, but doing it this way allows you to get control of the head quicker and is safer if your opponent decides he wants to shoot and use your snap against you. You also have super good control of the head from on top and underneath. It's a tricky way of getting a front headlock. Kyle then grabs the head and arm, snaps it down all the way. Mauricio tries to do a sucker drag, reaching up into the shoulder, looking away and pulling through, but the lock around the head and arm is just too tight to slip out of, so Kyle does a quick arm drag for an easy go behind. Kyle did it right after the sucker drag failed, which is the perfect time to go. The head was likely slipping a little anyways, and this timing doesn't allow much of a reaction. Mauricio does escape this, so Kyle snaps the head down again, this time wasting no time in attacking the right side and securing an easy takedown. It's smart to stay on the hunt like this, doesn't give your opponent any time to relax, get back to a good stance, recover, or get their own offense going, and makes a takedown for you that much easier. Score is 2-0 Kyle. Kyle locks around the waist and traps the arm, rolls Mauricio once one way, then back again the other way. Score is 6-0 Kyle. Mauricio didn't bail quickly enough, stayed on his base for way too long, giving up this easy trapped arm gut. Kyle rolls him to the right one more time with a normal gut wrench, 8-0 Kyle, then lifts and slams him back down towards the mat on the left, 10-0 Kyle. This is just absolute ownership. Kyle clearly outmaneuvered and outpowered Mauricio, making this match look super easy, securing a tech fall in 28 seconds. Match number 2 quarterfinals is against Thomson. Kyle starts with an underhook to a knee pick, then drops down to a double. This is smart, as trying to drive through a knee pick can often be sketchy and give up a lateral drop if your opponent is good enough to dig for an underhook and throw their hips in. Letting go of the underhook and dropping to a double eliminates that risk. Transitioning from ankle picks or knee picks to regular shots seems to be a good idea these days. Kyle then goes to a body lock. Adam tries to do an inside trip but isn't able to put enough pressure down on that right side, and so Kyle just drives him down with what we call a bear hug or a pancake right to his back. This is feet to back, so Kyle's up 4-0. He keeps the trapped arm gut as he goes gut wrench one way and then back the other way, giving him 4 more points and the 8-0 lead. Next, Kyle starts to snap with his left arm, and so Adam dives at a shot. Doesn't look like he tried to do a penetration step at all, so he got caught off balance in a big way. Kyle snaps it all the way down to the mat and circles around. Adam stays up to avoid the takedown, I'm assuming, so Kyle locks the trapped arm gut here, arches back, and throws him for good measure, giving the 10-0 tech fall in 45 seconds. Adam would have needed to keep Kyle's arms separated, attack hands, post one down and cut, but he isn't able to do that in time. 2 matches in, and Kyle has spent a combined time of 1 minute and 13 seconds. And match number 3, semifinals against Maren. 40 seconds in, he gets an easy push out with just a collar tie, 1-0 Kyle. 55 seconds in, he digs for an underhook on the right, looks for what I call a baseball throw, throws the underhook forward, looking to attack the near leg. Maren throws his hips in a little bit. This is usually just to push someone away from you and back out in front, so it could have resulted in his own push out. There is an odd chance that your opponent loses his footing and you're able to throw him to his back for 4 here, but Kyle doesn't budge. He goes to a body lock and has a super good angle on Maren, and so Maren wisely bails to his stomach, giving Kyle the 3-0 lead. Minute 30 in, Kyle snaps Maren down to his base. Kyle threatens a body lock, maybe to go for a Dake bomb where he lifts and throws Maren backwards, but Maren bails, and so Kyle is able to easily circle around for the 5-0 lead. This is probably a good idea for Maren to bail here. Who knows what kind of damage could have been done if he didn't. Kyle grabs a gut wrench, tries to roll one side, then jumps and rolls on the other side. This transition from one side to another with the gut wrench here is really effective. Your opponent has to put pressure to the opposite side to stop the gut, and then when you jump sides and gut wrench the other side, the pressure then helps you, as long as you can make the transition quickly enough. The score is 7-0 Kyle. 52 seconds left in the first. Kyle tries that baseball throw again, but this time it just leads to a body lock and a push out. Kyle does lift and put him to his back, but they're already out of bounds, so that doesn't count. Score is 8-0 Kyle. 49 seconds left in the first. Kyle does a lefty collar tie to an easy righty low leg single, lifts the leg up, grabs the far hip, which is usually vulnerable to a wizard, which Maren does try, but Kyle has too good of an angle on it, and he grabs a body lock, and so Maren bails and gives up the 10-0 tech fall in 2 minutes 15 seconds. So far, Kyle has wrestled a combined 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Can he finish 4 matches before the 6-minute mark? Match number 4, finals against Franklin Gomez, fellow Nittany Lion Club member. 15 seconds in, Gomez goes for a double. Kyle down blocks with his left arm and grabs an underhook. It looks like he's digging for 2 unders, but Gomez steps on his foot and trips himself, falling to the mat for an easy takedown. Kyle's up 2-0. This is unfortunate. Silly things do happen. Not much you can do about this. Probably a better outcome than him getting tossed with 2 underhooks, though. Kyle immediately goes gut wrench, rolls Gomez across his back once, then immediately back again in the opposite direction for the easy 4 points, now up 6-0, 40 seconds in. Dake has done this a couple times now, where he gut wrenches one way, holds the hips up, and gut wrenches back the other way, which seems super difficult to stop because the bottom guy guy isn't able to get back to his base to stabilize. I thought the bottom guy needed to get back to a defendable position if you don't roll him all the way through to get the next set of points, but I guess it doesn't apply with this position. Minute 20 in, Kyle goes from a lefty collar tie to a lefty single, probably brought on because Gomez tries to control Kyle's right wrist with both hands. When your opponent does this, there's always an easy shot attempt on the opposite side. Two of his hands are busy trying to control one of yours, giving you a free arm to take a very low risk shot. Kyle comes up to a high single and runs the pike for an easy takedown, scores 8-0 Kyle. About 2 minutes in, Gomez goes for a righty single. Kyle reacts super well, sprawls back, circles right, attacks the right leg. Looks like he's going to try to run double, but doesn't need to, so he just circles around for the easy takedown. Attacking the leg here is super smart from this front headlock, allows you to secure your position where just circling around without that makes it easy for someone to keep up with you. 10-0 tech in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Kyle is able to tech fall 4 opponents in less than 6 total minutes of match time. Super dominant and impressive enough to get him the Outstanding Wrestler award at the tournament. Again, these guys he's wrestling are good, but Kyle Dake is so many levels above them that he makes them look like they're not. An excellent performance as usual. So glad we have Kyle on our world team.